Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use Google Refine to load, sort, and analyze Twitter data. So I have a data set that I have downloaded through Tweet Archivist, and I will just open the spreadsheet, and I've inserted a column that I've labeled tag, and I'm going to use Google Refine to tag individual tweets so that I can look at them in groups of 100 or 30 instead of 1,000. So Google Refine is free software. It's free to download, and once you open it, it'll open a dialog box, and then it sort of works through Firefox. So it'll open Firefox here shortly. And then now we can upload our spreadsheet. So just click the Browse button, find your spreadsheet, and upload. Okay, so first it'll put it in this preview pane so you can just see that everything's uploaded correctly. And you see it has the exact same information as the spreadsheet. You can see the text, you can see the source of the tweet, who the user mentions, the hashtags, and you can see any media that's been loaded. So when you have loaded media, you can just click open in another link, and you can see what pictures and what videos people are uploading to Twitter. Okay, so you click Create Project so that we can now manipulate this data in Google Refine. This will just take a second to open up. Now we have 6,806 rows, so that's 6,806 tweets. And what I like to do is I like to use a text filter to sort through the text, and then I will tag them in our tag column. So, one of the things that I was interested in was Nelson Mandela and Palestinian liberation. So I can click text filter and then type in Palestine, and it'll bring up the tweets literally as you're typing. I left off the end, so it'll bring up Palestine and Palestinian. And then I just edit the first one. So all of these mention Palestine. Click apply, and then from here I can edit the entire column and just hit fill down, and now it's labeled all 22 rows for me. So now all 22 rows are labeled Palestine, and now I can go back to my tag column and then just sort through that, so it'll bring up the blank ones and the ones labeled Palestine. I can keep labeling from here. You can also label filter through individual users and who users mention. I noticed that the pop icon Harry Styles of the band One Direction was mentioned a lot, and it was just a simple retweet that said R.I.P. Mandela. So we can use the text filter to find all of the tweets that mention Harry Styles. And since they will have no politically significant text, very little cultural significance, we can just label them One Direction, and we have looked at them. So this will take care of 1,312 of our 6,000 tweets. So imagine, going through these individually, it would be a lot more difficult. So this was basically my process. I just went through and anything that I wanted to look at in the text, I would use the text filter to see. So I could look at Morgan Freeman came up a lot as people sort of obnoxiously tweeted pictures of Morgan Freeman that said R.I.P. Mandela, whether they were genuinely ignorant or trying to be funny. I sorted through those. And another one, if you want to look for something like A and C, you have to be aware that it'll pull up every letter. So it's best to just type in capital A and C and then click case sensitive if you're going to look at acronyms. Otherwise, it'll pull portions of words that have A and C in them, like reliance. So then you can label all these A and C. Okay, so now I'm going to upload another spreadsheet that I've sort of gone through and labeled in my own way. So I'm just going to click the browse button again. And I re-download these and save them so that I have, several copies of my work in different stages. So once everything's labeled, you can use the text facet in your tag column to pull up all your different labels, and it'll sort of make that available for you and to the left. So now you can see all the different ways that I've labeled the tweets, and you can sort through these here, and you can re-edit them by clicking the edit button. So if you want to look at a particular group of tweets, you just literally click the word and it'll bring them up. So if I want to look at the people who tweeted RIP to Mandela and Paul Walker in the same tweet, I can do that. If I want to look at tweets that are more commercial or political or cultural, I can now do that. Those tweets that didn't have much content, and many of them do not, I just labeled viewed, which lets me know that I have seen them. So this is an example of how to edit. You can just click the edit button and mass edit, and it'll reconcile these two groups. Okay. So once again, now I can sort of go through these and find things more easily, right? So again, researchers should know that people on Twitter are interesting individuals, and they're going to write all kinds of things, but they will also put up some really creative content. Some of the stuff will be, some links will be located at the bottom of the text. If you have a full link at the bottom of the text, you can copy it and paste it into another window, and it'll direct you to the actual tweet. So here we can see this young lady's Twitter feed where she posted a painting of Nelson Mandela.